Now, we've had the three government perspectives, and I thought it would be really useful for us to get a local business perspective. So I've invited Brenton Wilson, who's the Managing Director of Barry Plant Rowville, to give us a short presentation on, what will the Rowville Rail do to, the livability and anything else to do with Rowville if it was delivered. So if I could just ask Brenton Wilson to come up. And we've got Anthony Johnson here too. He'll say a few words afterwards.
Good evening, everyone, and what a great turnout. Didn't know what to expect tonight, but commendations, Mick, on your commitment to this. It's fantastic, and I do remember Stud Road as you mentioned it. Yeah, please. Sorry. And I do remember Stud Road as you mentioned it. So in 1984, I was a 16-year-old with a part-time job at Bowen's on the corner of Callets Road, so I've seen a lot of changes. In fact, Anthony and I are lifetime residents of the City of Knox, and between us, 50 years experience in Rowville in real estate. So Anthony will talk a bit about what's been happening in Rowville, but I just thought I'd go through. A lot of the questions people ask are, if we had a rail line, how would that affect values? And of course, it's the $64,000 question, or maybe $164,000 question. But so I thought, how can we use some sort of historical context to maybe find out what it might do? So if we have a look at Rowville median prices, now that's the June quarter 2006. And you can see it there, it's 375,000. 2006 doesn't seem that long ago, but when you look at prices like that, it seems a long time ago. So June quarter 2006. Then we had the June quarter 2008. So 2 years later, we had a 17.6% increase, which is quite significant over that time period. That's when values had started to rise. Bearing in mind that the GFC is hitting about 2008, 2007, 2008, when the GFC was happening. Then what happened also in June 2008 is Eastlink opened, which obviously gave us a great north-south transit, which was something that we'd been missing for a long time. So Eastlink opened, and then the 2 years preceding that, we see prices then to the June quarter 2010 went up. Another slide, please. Yeah, there you go, 32.6%. So a massive increase in that 2 year period. I did mention earlier GFC there, 2007 to 2008, but we still had that rise of 17.6% in the 2 years that included the GFC. And in fact, the peak for Rowville was the June quarter in 2010. So it was a couple of years after the GFC. And it took, after the decline, the September quarter 2013, when actually the June 2010 prices came back again. So, look, obviously a lot of factors in that time. There was a lot of overseas money coming into the country. Interest rates were still low. A lot of other factors. But I think it's clear to see that as of that 32% increase in 2 years versus the 17.6% in the 2 years preceding when Eastlink opened, a percentage of that certainly has to be attributed to Eastlink, just giving you that infrastructure and the transport corridor that we previously didn't have, and I'm sure was an impedance for people in selecting Rowville as a destination in which to live. So thank you, and Anthony will have a few words to finish off. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of factors that change the price. The market influences also, what the livability of an area is, the parks and gardens, the shopping centres, even the bus transport. I've lived, in Knox, as Brenton said, for about 48 years. Worked with Barry Plant selling real estate in Rowville now for 21 years. And how I've seen the area grow, the population grow, is phenomenal. From cow paddocks across the road at Callets Road to Carrington opening up, and it's continuing. And the congestion I've watched is unbelievable. The amount of traffic, and I'm one of the lucky ones. It takes me 2 minutes to get to work because I live in Listerfield and work in Rowville. So I don't appreciate it as much as some. However, the council have opened up, low density higher density areas around, particularly Stud Park. We're seeing the high rise going in near Hungry Jack's. We're seeing Stamford Crescent, Stud Road. We're seeing all these areas grow with the number of high density properties. So the population is going to continue to grow. Kingston Links is opening up. Waterloo's just about to open up. I think Bergens Road, there'll be another residential development there. So the population will grow, continue to grow, and give us more need for that heavy rail to Rowville. Not a lot more I can say or add, but hopefully in years to come we can look back and say, well, this night it was the start of the heavy rail network to Rowville. Thank you.